It's time for WNBA Swish. Dreams on and off the court, the best to tell the stories and report. Player profile, Swish interview series, presses make will be a Swish. The best they bring you the stories and all the rest. Sean and Brad run the show with the team, that's right. They bring you best interviews about all the hoop dreams. So if you want the dish, tune in to WNBA Swish.
To WNBA Swish. I'm Sean Schultz with Blake Spadaro, Brad Lake, and we're joined by Tennessee Lady Vols head coach Kim Caldwell. Coach, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Pretty good. Usually my family likes to yell at me that I do too much at once, but what kind of year are you having?
Busy year for sure. You take it one step at a time, and that's what I've been doing since I got here, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
How has the adjustment been at Tennessee? Is it anything unexpected that you've run into?
No, it's just, I guess it's not unexpected, but just the volume and how great the fan base is and how amazing everything here is at Tennessee, and just how you walk around and the facilities and just everything you have the opportunity to be around. Is really humbling and eye-opening every day. One
picture I saw kind of struck me. You were looking at reading something, and behind you was this large silhouette of Pat Summitt. With such a legacy at that Stoic program, what's it mean to you to kind of take the helm there?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, great opportunity, but it's hard to put into words what it means. You can get overwhelmed and consumed by it. It's the best job in the country. It's one of the best women's basketball programs, if not the of all time. And I get to be their leader, and I was chosen to be their head coach. And it's not something I take lightly. It's something we talk about it as a program almost every single day. It's something we're motivated to try to get back to that. And it's something we're focused on. And then ever since my first day here, with the players, when you're recruiting your own players back, trying to get them to stay, it's something we talked about at length, is how do we get back to that? How do we work to get there? And so we're excited for the challenge, and we're going to work hard every day to try to do the best that we can.
What have you carried with you from your previous two positions, especially a school like Marshall with such a deep history and connection to its community?
Yeah, I think though, it's sometimes in this profession, it sucks to have to make a quick move. And, when we went to Marshall, we were planning on being at Marshall for 7 years, for a long time. I was more than happy to end my career there. And I think it's rough. You just buy a house, you're not in it for 11 months, you just got married, and then it's another transition all at once. And kind of the good part of that is I just did it. I just did, how do you get people to buy in? You have to do kind of your media tour, and people have to know you, and people have to get used to you. And you kind of have to go through all of that again. And it kind of helps because you have a fresh blueprint of, hey, I want to tweak this. This didn't really work. This is great. It ends. Once you get to basketball season, you'll get more comfortable. And so that has been helpful.
We've already started the recruiting process for 2025. You picked up Maya and Mia Poldo from New Jersey. Can you speak to how aggressive you and your staff are going to be in the recruiting process as you look for the best young players for the Vols' future?
Yeah, we're going to be as aggressive as we possibly can be. I think that's one of the most important parts, in my opinion. And that was something I needed help with. So I think I hired a really good staff that's always on the road. They're constantly working. They're always on their phones. And so that's been really good to have those people around me that can really just get out there on the road when I want to be in practice, because that's where I like to be. I like to be on the floor. I like to be around my current team, establishing the buy-in. We're still trying to create a culture. So you don't want to be gone all the time. And so you have a staff, and they hit the road pretty heavy, and they're going to try to get the best recruits we can on campus and try to seal the deal.
With Sarah Puckett returning, you stated previously that she was the first player that you felt fit into your brand new system. Can you speak of her attributes, how hard she's going to play that makes her that perfect fit, and her leadership skills and how she's going to carry the team this year?
Yeah, she's a phenomenal leader. She'll hold people accountable. Everyone listens to her. And sometimes that's rare. You'll have one player that a couple people listen to, one player that tries to lead, nobody listens to. I mean, everyone listens to her. Everyone respects her. And they respect her because she goes so hard. She plays hard. She's in the gym probably more than anyone. She works out extra almost every single day. She has big goals. She can shoot threes. She can drive to the rim. She can post up, and she can go get rebounds. And so those are the type of players we like that can fill a stat sheet.
You said in an interview about a week ago that y'all were going to play a 10 or 11 player rotation. Has that always been a part of your offensive philosophy?
Yeah, I think you got to trust your team. You have to develop your team, and so that's going to be something that's really big for us is player development and making sure that every single person that comes into our program leaves better. And so we do a ton of one-on-one. We do one-on-one almost every single day, full court, half court. We're really working on getting people better, and then we'll do individual skill as group, small group skill, and then coming on your own and get whatever individual work you need. And so making sure that we have a deep team that can score, and you might not be the best at everything, but if you're just great at a couple things, you're an elite 3-point shooter, then we can find a way to put you on the floor. And when you want to play so hard, you have to throw bodies on the floor. And I think that that's one reason why so many coaches don't do it, is because they don't necessarily trust their bench. And so that's something where, hey, we're going to talk about roles a lot. We're going to watch film. We're going to do all of these things, and we're going to put you on the floor, and you better bring something to the table. If it's 3 offensive rebounds, 2 steals, and a point, you've done your job. Just don't hurt us.
You said you were going to play a fast tempo system, but how would you describe your defensive philosophy?
Yeah, our defensive philosophy is pressure-based defense. So a lot of different presses at you make you uncomfortable. It's really what we talk about every single day is making the team uncomfortable. So if you're going to spend the majority of your time in practice, you're the other team and you're learning half-court sets, we don't want to let you run those half-court sets, or we at least want to make you work very, very hard to get into those half-court sets. We want to make you play basketball, not be able to just run the play your coach calls. And so we're really working on that brand. And that's a mentality of like, hey, we want to get the ball back. We need to get the ball back now. A word or a phrase we use a lot in our program is sense of urgency. We have a sense of urgency to get the ball back. So we're flying around. We're trying to get deflections. We really are playing with that.
What's your pregame routine? Because we hear all about the players, but what's yours?
So I don't necessarily have one here yet, but usually I'll work out, go to shoot around, go home, get dressed, ready for the game, everything like that. And then like I get really superstitious. So I got to come in the same way. I got to go in the same way to the parking lot, walk in the same way to the gym, use the same marker for every game. And so like it's almost to the point where it's obnoxious, where my marker is dead by the end of the year. Nobody can read the whiteboard but me. But hey, if we're on a win streak, we're not changing that marker.
A favorite food?
Favorite food, I have a lot of favorite foods. Right now, it's really hard to beat a fresh Georgia peach or a summer peach. And so you like that. And stadium popcorn, hard to beat that either. Like, you can smell the popcorn popping. It kind of gets you going.
Favorite ice cream?
Soft serve chocolate and vanilla swirl.
Favorite music?
I don't necessarily have favorite music. I'm kind of weird. I'll listen to like country in the summer and like hip hop and R&B in the winter.
Interviewed some of your players, so we know about their diverse musical tastes.
They have some, yeah. Different people get on the aux. It's different every day.
What is a fun fact about you fans may not realize and may want to know? Could be anything.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe most fans know my family history of that. I'm the youngest, and I have 2 older sisters who are 6'5" and 6'4", and my dad was 6'10". And so I'm 5'10", so I don't necessarily really know what happened to me, but definitely grew up in a basketball family, always just aspiring to be a little bit more and a little bit more like them.
Coach Kim Caldwell, we want to thank you. We're always rooting for the Lady Vols, and we wish you guys the best and chase down that Final Four.
Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.